How's it going, guys? I know this is really late, but I'm back with another new comic book day haul. First up, I picked up Descender number 22, Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. I have to say that I'm kind of over Descender by now. It's been very slow. It's like Lemire knows he can give us glimpses of what he's working on without giving us too much. That way he doesn't burn out on all the books he's writing. I don't know. Next, I have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Universe number 12. This has two stories. One is written by Eric Burkham and Sophie Campbell, with her doing the art. And it has a second story with her doing both art and story. The art does look different. I don't know if she's skipping the inking process or maybe cleaning up the work less, leaving it a little rough. But I like her work. Then I have Karma Police number 4. A book which I thought I had taken off my pull list, but apparently it's still on my pull. Written by Chris Lewis, art by Tony Gregory, and colors by Jason Smith. It's been a fun story, I have to say. Then I have Kill the Minotaur number 2 by Chris Bissett and Christian Cantamesa, with art by Lucas Kettner. And the first one was pretty interesting. It's a different take on the whole Minotaur legend, so we'll see what happens. The art is very nice. Then I have Magnus number 2 by Dynamite. This is by Kyle Higgins, with art by George Fornez, colors by Chris O'Halloran. And I have to say the art is what basically draws me to the book. Although the first issue was pretty interesting, it almost to me felt like Tom King's Vision, but with a different twist to it, I guess. But we'll see if it gets more interesting. And there is a backstory for Turok in the back, I think a couple pages, I don't know. Then of course I'm always a big fan of Mr. Fred from Fred Hall's Direct Editions. He's always giving us a bunch of back issues, and I figured, well, I'll go through some of my local comic book shops, see their back issues, what they have. And I picked up The Savage Return of Dracula number 1, and I'm guessing this is a reprint of older stuff. I mean, I think it has a couple stories, I'm not sure. Looks very old school. And The Wedding of Dracula number 1, Blood Rights. Both pretty cool covers. And I think they're both just reprinting stuff. You have Doctor Strange there. I did not know Dracula came out with Doctor Strange. I found this thing, Wolverine Snicket number 2 by Stomunihe, of course. And check this out. Let's see if you see that. It's like half of the pages are ads. I'm really happy I got this in trade, because if I were to get every issue for this series, it'd be kind of disappointing to see so many ads in it. Then I found 2 issues of Vigilante, City Lights, Justice. And again, Well, this is by James Robinson and Tony Salmons. And I was flipping through it, and I have to say the art is what really drew me to the book. It has some pretty interesting art. And it feels like the Vigilante is basically a vigilante. So it reminded me a lot of stuff like Lobster Johnson or The Spirit. And I came across Grifter One Shot, number 1. This is in a prestige format. Story by Steven Seagal, pencils by Dan Norton, and a bunch of inkers. So, well, just 3. And I remember getting maybe 1 or 2 issues of the ongoing Grifter series. It was pretty good. I didn't know there was a one-shot for it. It has a double cover. And I know Howard Chaykin is pretty popular right now. And I came across Blackhawk, Blood and Iron. And this is book 1. And then there's book 2. Who knows what that title is. And finally, book 3 of Blackhawk. And the shop guy was kind of excited because he was telling me that if I recognize the cover, I'm all, it looks familiar. He's all, yeah, the famous Joker Harley Quinn cover. He was all excited, I guess. But I think this was only 3 issues, so I'll have to check it out, see what Blackhawk is. I don't know. Is there a new Blackhawk right now? I don't know. And then finally, I found the Chimera Brigade. This is from Titan Comics. And again, the art looked interesting. Written by Serge Laham and Fabrice Collins. Artist is Guess. And yeah, the art looked interesting. Some kind of a alternative history. So we'll see what that's all about. That was the comic book haul for the new comic book day. I do apologize for it being so late. We're what, like 2 days away from the new comic book day? But anyways, thank you very much for watching.